Hello, I am encouraged. I will study now. I will be study same way. I will first speaking speed slowly. Okay, I'm ready, set, go. Hello, this is 6m-english from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil, and I'm Sam's. Do you like cooking, Sam? There is a new recipe I've been trying out. It's for frosted oysters. Frosted oysters sounds unusual. How do you make it? You take a pound of chicken, then some cubed pork and half a crusted garlic. I thought you said it was frosted oysters. Whatever they are. Yes, that's right. Now heat it up until boiling and serve with custard. Oh, that sounds disgusting. Who on earth told you that recipe? It's not who told me, Sam, but what? In fact, this recipe was made by computers using artificial intelligence or AI, which is the topic of today's programs. In real life, AI is making huge progress from cars that nerves to detecting cancer cells. But as you can see from that diverting recipe, things don't always go according to plan. So what? So intelligence, artificial intelligence. I mean, it's definitely needs some cooking lessons. Right. AI is not as intelligent as we tend to think. AI programs use artificial brain cells to roughly imitate real brain cell activity, but there is still a long way behind the human level of intelligence, and that's my quiz questions. In terms of brain cell count, what level of intelligence is AI currently working at? Is AI as smart as A, a frog, B, an earthworm, C, a bumblebee? Well, I don't think any of those good eaters. To be honest, I say C, a bumblebee, because at least they can make honey. Let's get some. So we'll find out the answer later, but first let's find out more about how a misunderstanding like the oyster recipe can happen. Janet Sharon is the author of You Look Like Things and I Love You. In this, it tells an amusing experience and a picturesque experience with AI. You look like things and I love you. That's a strange title for books now. Yes, it's another example of AI is miscommunications. The book title is What AI Produces When Asked to Find the Chat Up Lines Remarked Men and Women Make to Start up conversations with someone they don't know but find attractive. Here is talking the busy world of service programs more or less. So machine learning is what most programmers means when they are say AI in the programs that we are used to. If you want to have a computer program solve a problem, it will have to have a human programmer write down exhaustive step-by-step instructions on how to do everything. But with machine learning, you just give it the goals and then programs figure out by trial and error how it's going up to solve the problem. So even though we are talking about machines learning for themselves, this still needs to be human involved at the start of the journey. This human teaching is done by computer programmers, people who write or code. The computer programmers used by AI. Right, these programmers write algorithms, a set of rules of procedures to be followed in problem-solving exercises. So, for example, the AI that wrote oyster recipe created thousands of other recipes before coming up with its own versions. In other words, artificial intelligence uses a process of trial and error repeating the same task over and over until finding the most successful way. Only in the case of oyster recipe, there was more an error and trials. According to generations, we can learn a lot about something by seeing how it goes wrong. AI is talking about AI even to solve math problems. It seems to be that it was getting scored on how many wrong answers it got, and it was supposed to be minimizing the number of wrong answers, and it's just by stroke as part of its try and error flailing around. One of the flailing is there accidentally deleted the solution list, and is everybody else got a perfect score. So errors runs by minimizing the errors, reducing them as much as possible, and sometimes these algorithms only discovered right answers by a stroke of luck. When someone unexpected happens by good luck or chance, it seems to me that there's not so intelligence at all. Well, let's start at once and for answering today's quiz question. Remember I asked you how intelligence AI was in terms of brain cells count, and you said as intelligence errors. I said C, bumblebee. Well, here Janice again with the answer. If you're looking at rough computing power, the algorithm we are looking at the probably somewhere around the level of odd. So the correct answer was B, as clever as an oddworms. No wonder AI can cook or take a math test without cheating. In these programs, we've been looking at artificial intelligence and seeing how programmers, that people who write instructions for computers to follow, create algorithms, set up rules used in problem solving. AI learns through try and error, repeating the same activity again and again until discovering the best way, and minimizing, reducing as much as possible the number of errors and makes. The success can be the result of a stroke of luck when something unexpected happens purely by chance. Although so first it hasn't helped us to write good set of lines. The flattering remarks people make to get to know someone they find attractive. And I don't know much about cooking oysters either. That's all from us from programs. Be sure to join us again for more topic discussion and vocabulary. 6m-english for BBC Learning English. Bye for now. Bye bye. Okay, I'm finished following this video. Next, I will more speed standard speeding, maybe here. Okay, go. Hello, this is 6m-english from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil. I'm Sam's. Do you like cooking, Sam's? There's a new recipe I've been trying out. Is for roasted oysters. Roasted oysters sound unusual. How to make it? You take a pound of chicken, then some cubed pork and half a crust of garlic. Oh, I told you Sally was for roasted oysters, whatever they are. Yes, that's right. Now heat it up until it's boiling and serve with custard. Yeah, that sounds disgusting. Please also told you the recipe. It's not who told me sounds, but what impact that the recipe was made by computers using artificial intelligence, AI, which is the topic of today's program. In real life, so AI making huge progress from car and nerves to detect cancer cells. But as you can see from the reporting recipe, things don't always account for. Just intelligence is artificial intelligence. I mean, it definitely needs some cooking lessons. Alright, AI is not as intelligent as we tend to think. AI programs use artificial brain cells to roughly imitate real brain cells activity, but there's still a long way behind human level intelligence. And by questions in terms of brain cell counts, what level of intelligence is as you're currently working at? Is AI as smart as A, a frog, B, an worms, or C, bumblebee? Well, I don't think any of those are good either. To be honest, I say a bumblebee because at least they can make honey's. And I guess we find out first. I find out more about AI something like the oyster recipes can happen. Janet shares is all the herbs you look like things and I love you. He tests emerging experience and the virtual experience with AI. You look like things and I love you. That's the strange title for book nails. Yes, it's another example of AR's miscommunications. Book piracy is why I produce when asked to write chat uplines to remarks the women make to start up the conversations with someone they don't know herself but find out attractive. So she's talking to BBC World programs more or less social machine learning. Most programmers means that when they see AI in the programmers, so that we used to, if you once help a computer program solve a programs, you help the human programmers write down, you could just step by step instructions how to do everything. But with machines learning, you just give it the goals and then the programs figures out for trial and error how it's going to solve the problem. So even though we are talking about learning for themselves, there still needs to be human involved at the start of the journey. The human teaching is done by the computer's programmers, people who write or code. The computer programs used by AI write these programs to write algorithms, the set of rules or procedures following in programs of exercise. So it's AI is write oyster recipes, thousands of other recipe people coming up with its own versions. In other words, artificial intelligence uses a process of trial and errors, repeating the same task over and over until finding the most successful way. Or in the case of the oyster recipe, there was an error then trial. According to the generations, we can learn about a lot of something by seeing. It is talking about some math problem. It seems to be that it was getting scored on how many wrong answers got, supposed to be minimizing the number of wrong answers and just by the stroke of blocks as part of its trial and error, failing around as one of the crazy. They are constantly deleted some, the solution raised into the previous what to perfect score. Errors learn by minimizing the error, reducing them as much as possible, and sometimes the algorithm only discovers the right by a stroke of luck when something unexpected happens by good luck or chance. It seems to me there is not an intelligence after all. There is a that is answer to these questions. Remember, I asked you how intelligence AI was terms of brain cells count and use cell as intelligent errors as I said as a bumblebee, where you generally against with the answer. You, if you're looking at raw computer powers, the algorithm was working probably somewhere around the level of the earthworms, but answer was as a clever errors at the earthworms. No wonder just can cope or take a math test without chatting in. This program have been looking at artificial intelligence AI and seeing how programmers test people who write instruction the computer follows create algorithms, a set of rules used to problem solving. AI learns through the trial and errors, repeating the same activity again and again until discovering the best way and minimizing, reducing as much as possible the number of errors it makes. The success can be a result of a stroke of luck when something unexpected happens purely by chance, or those by the hazards helped as error or good chat online to make some find attractive. I don't know how much about cooking oysters either. That's all from us programs. So join us again from what topic, question and vocabulary 6 English, BBC Learning English. Bye for now. Bye. Okay, bye bye. I'm finished.